Mr. John Marra.
Good evening, John Marra. Oh, it's okay. John Marra, 39 Minnewawa Drive, Timberlake. I saw this evening's agenda is going to be voting on item 7C, which is OHSAA transgender student policy. I didn't see that in the agenda. I had to look it up. Was this the policy that we're talking about? I had looked it up on the website. The Ohio High School Athletic Association.
That item 7C.
7C,
Membership in Ohio High School Athletic Association.
Yeah, I think it's just not that policy, just our general membership in OHSAA.
But what is their policy, though? I mean, can we know what that is before we vote on it?
We're
I
not
guess 'cause-
voting on the policy, we're voting on membership.
Yeah, well, if you vote on a membership, then you're accepting their policy, which I read, this is their policy, and I've got a lot of questions about the policy, that's all. And before I go on, I want to know if this is the policy you guys are voting on, because I've got, many, many questions regarding that policy before you guys vote on it. I'm not saying it's bad or good, I'm just saying I've got a lot of things before it gets voted one way or the other that I think should be brought to everyone's attention, the board, and also everyone else, the parents and school members and everyone else that's going to be involved in this. I mean, this is pretty detailed on what they're asking for here. Because they're asking, again, before a transgender female can participate in a girls' sport or on a girls' team, she must either have completed a minimum of 1 year of hormone treatment related to gender transition and/or demonstrate to the executive director's office by way of sound medical evidence that she does not possess physical, which in parentheses, bone structure, muscle mass, testosterone, hormonal, etc., or psychological advantages over genetic females of the same age group. And then again, what happens to the female or the male who's taking these hormones? Where's his testosterone? He still has testosterone. And because it goes on here, before a transgender male who has begun medically prescribed testosterone treatment for the purpose of gender transition can participate in a boys' sport or on a boys' team, he must demonstrate to the executive director's office by way of sound medical evidence that the muscle mass developed as a result of his testosterone treatment does not exceed the muscle mass that is typical of an adolescent genetic boy. I mean, there's so much more I can go on in here. And in the very beginning, it also says, I agree with this, it says number 3, the integrity of women's sports should be preserved. And I think that's the main thing. I mean, we're looking at protecting young girls, okay? And especially in the locker rooms, in the bathrooms. We all see the news, what's going on. It's getting ugly out there. And the thing is that, I think we need to basically, I'm going to end with this. Equality and inclusion doesn't mean inequality and exclusion for everyone else. And I guess how are we going to now address the problem of all these children who are finding it very, very difficult to accept this transgenderism in their classrooms, such as my great niece who goes to these schools. So,
Mr. Marra, the 3 minutes is up.
okay, thank you very much.
Nancy Marra.
Nancy Marra, 39 Minnewawa Drive. Thank you again for letting me address the board. I know we sound like broken records, but we're not going away because your problems are not going to go away. It's kicking it down the road. It's happening. I know the court ruling said you can't keep people out of each other's bathroom, but I had an attorney say that that's been misread, that's been overturned, it's been realigned again. Where are all the feminists? Where are all the parents? Mr. DeFranco last time was here talking about a boy. The little girl knew the boy was using the bathroom next to her because his feet were facing the toilet. I remember many years ago when I have 4 children, went to Ohio State, they tried out the girl-boy dorms the first time, girl, boy. The amount of rapes and things that went up were unbelievable. And people just let this go under the idea of everything as inclusion. we're not talking against a transgender person. We're talking against a person that uses the idea of transgender and fakes who they are to do something illicit or wrong. When a child is already confused in this world, doesn't know what sex they are, we have many good crossroads, correct, Mr.
Yes.
I'm saying they should be reached out to, but you're always going to have somebody that pushes the button. And I don't feel like girls are protected. I just don't. I am a mom of 2 girls. The discipline already, it's changing the subject a little bit. Even the discipline of the roughness in the hallways, the roughness even in a classroom. I had a teacher tell me from South, she disciplines, teaches. Disciplines, teaches. I really think something should be done with the parents to get them involved. Like I mentioned last time, a contractual system. The parents should somehow get involved. I hear too much discipline all day and not enough teaching all day. And once again, I've never blamed the teachers. But we have this going on, and we have the transgenderism going on, and little girls not wanting to go to the bathroom because they're afraid to. And then we have another child, we had the best actress, supporting actress in our school play. Another time a girl has been robbed of a position to get something, to get an award. Women's rights have come a long way, and now we have a major swimmer, right, in the United States that was taken away her position in being one of the best swimmers in the world, and it was taken away. We have to do something about this. I'd love to be part of the solution, not of the problem. If there's a committee on this, how we could fix this, reach out to these kids. But I think parents, you need to know our girls aren't protected. Thank you.
Thank you.